is going on, everybody? Blazing Defender and my roving correspondent,
Little Sam.
Little Sam is in the house today. Everybody knows him as Big Sam. Y'all, he can't hide that shit. He's calling himself Little. If you're listening to the iTunes version, you may be misled by that right there, but that is our one and only Big Sam's in the house. Guys, we are going to try again on the Turtle review. We tried to record this the same day we did the X-Men review, and craziness ensued.
We were haunted by the ghost of Mr. Rogers.
It's a long story, but I think we angered the spirit of Mr. Rogers. We were actually trying to clarify.
Yeah.
We were actually trying to help him out.
Yeah. We were trying to clear the good name of Mr. Rogers and his red sweater, and he got pissed.
He got mad. He got mad as fuck.
Yeah, he did.
Shut my shit down.
Yeah.
The whole house. He didn't just like make me lose connection or mess my computer up. He shut the entire house down.
Yeah.
Everything went boom.
Yeah.
For what? 6 seconds, 7 seconds?
Yeah, something like enough to know that he was pissed off.
Right.
However many seconds Mr. Rogers is pissed off, that's how many seconds it was.
And he was mad, buddy.
I was afraid he was going to cram that neighborhood train right up our asses.
He's good at cramming things up people's asses, evidently.
Though.
Oh, that's right.
Remember, that's what we're trying to clarify.
But with the middle name.
Yeah. What we were getting to, and I think what angered him, which is understandable, was at the end of one of our review shows, I think it was Civil War. I'm pretty sure it was Civil War.
I think so.
I said that I thought, but I wasn't sure, that Mr. Rogers got in trouble for touching kids. And I don't know why I thought that. Cause
I thought it too.
Yeah.
I was like, of course he did.
Right, yeah, of course, and so apparently I was dead wrong.
Wrong.
I went to the most accurate of sources on the internet, Wikipedia.
Right.
And Mr. Rogers never faced any trouble for touching children or anything of the ilk. No child porn, nothing. So I was explaining that and issuing an apology essentially to Mr. Rogers.
A correction.
Yeah, his estate, because I did say I wasn't sure.
Right.
It's not like Jared, who's locked up right now or anything.
Right. Is he locked up?
Yeah.
Damn. He fucked his shit all up, didn't he?
Dumbass, man. See, I knew something was wrong with Jared way before. I didn't know it was that.
Right.
Because he said the way he lost weight was eating all the Subway sandwiches, and then he said he would walk like 14 to 16 hours a day. And working in a psych hospital, I can tell you that no one in their right mind just fucking walks 14 to 16 hours a day. Like, that just doesn't happen.
Where's he walking to?
I don't know. And do you not have a job,
He just walked.
You say he just walked.
Like
16 hours a day.
Like Kane.
Yeah.
From Kung Fu.
Yeah, like a slower Forrest Gump. And so I knew something was wrong with that dude already. I didn't know it was children touching or anything, but something was wrong with that guy. Well, back to Mr. Rogers. He never touched children. He never had child porn, nothing like that. Apparently, he was just a good dude or whatever. But what I was going to say was, in my vast research on Wikipedia, I found out that his middle name is McFeely. So I was kind of correct at the same time because, my thing is, man, you're not given the name McFeely.
Right.
You earn the name McFeely.
You earn that shit. Who calls their fucking kid McFeely?
Right, exactly. Only a fucking pedophile.
Somebody that wants their kid to grow up to be a fucking pedophile.
Yeah.
You gave him no other choice.
If you were introduced to someone, they were like, hey, Travis, this is my buddy McFeely. You know what I mean? Like, immediately.
If I had a middle name like that, I'd have to use it.
Yeah, because you'd be touching children. So it's like a moniker.
Right. You give yourself no out.
Yeah,
you give yourself no
really
out when it comes to that.
So anyways, that's what I was going to say was his middle name's McFeely, so we were kind of correct, but Mr. Rogers never touched children, and apparently he shut all the power down. We're still here.
We're still here right now, so maybe we're all cool. I think we're good. If we feel like we're getting touched, he might be coming back. No, actually, this is not a show about Mr. Rogers.
We wanted to get over early in case we lost power.
Right. Oh, exactly. Good idea.
That's
Excellent idea. Excellent idea. Yeah, because we don't have to do this a second time or third time.
Yeah, that sucked.
But we are going to talk about the Ninja Turtles movie,
We are.
Out of the Shadows.
Out of the Shadows.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
But hey, man, weren't you telling me that news? We have a sponsor. We've had a sponsor, and I wasn't aware of it.
Yes, we have a sponsor.
Yeah, that's exciting.
It is exciting.
It is.
It's exciting who it is.
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, it's not like Frank's Deli or no shit like that.
Right.
I mean, it's actually relatable. It's
Frank makes
relatable.
a good pastrami.
Oh my God. Oh no, I wasn't talking shit about Frank's.
No,
Frank's is the
right.
shit. I'd be happy as hell and wouldn't let nobody know
Even
about
if
my
he just
hookup at
yeah,
Frank's.
Even if he just sponsored us with sandwiches.
Oh my, yeah, yeah. That's all I would want. I wouldn't even want money from that guy. I want to play his fucking
small
food.
Sam anymore. Little Sam.
No, we do have a sponsor for the show. It is Lootcrate.
That's, I was wondering why we talked about them at the beginning of every show, but I thought that you were just incredibly enthusiastic about
And I had to get it out there for people that didn't know what Lootcrate was.
I thought it was like a Loot Crate Tourette's type of thing.
Right, yeah. Where I just
Loot
Loot Crate.
Yeah.
Loot Crate.
And then you
hey,
just
where you want to
roll
eat?
with
Try
it.
Loot Crate. I'm like, nah, man, Loot Crate don't have a restaurant.
They
dude.
send everything else, but they don't
They
send
do.
food.
They do send everything else. And if there is somebody out there that's not really what we want to call it, geek centric.
Yeah, okay.
Geek centric enough to know what Loot Crate is. I'm going to tell you what it is. Loot Crate is a monthly subscription box that you get licensed gamer, geek, nerd, movie, comic, you name it, gear. And when I say licensed, I mean it's Marvel comic stuff, it's Sony Pictures stuff, it's Blizzard stuff. So I mean it's licensed stuff for those properties. No knockoff crap. It's really cool. And there was some misconception about them having a shirt.
Yeah.
Every month,
right.
And in the read it tells
Yeah,
you get a monthly tee now.
Apparently now we do get a shirt every month.
Right. And one of the things we were discussing was it really pisses us off being bigger guys when we have to pay the extra $2-3 sometimes for a 2X, 3X t-shirt.
Right.
And it's like there's not that much material on a t-shirt. It's always pissed me off because I know they don't do chicks like that. An extra small doesn't cost you more, or it doesn't cost you less. I should say it doesn't cost you less.
And that's funny because we've discussed this before, but being guys who we've been around stuff like that, and so you might have dated a girl here or there, and they might have even got real comfortable at your house and like put up pictures of themselves and shit, and stuff like that. Yeah, use your laundry. So when they did that, well, that's happened to me at least. I know, and so I take the clothes out of the laundry because I'm like, what is this in my dryer? And you get those panties, man, and they're like, like yay big, and I'm like, oh my God, what this would cover like a toe.
What does it?
What is this? It's
yeah, you doing that? I was like, holy shit, what would that cover?
And that's actually an accurate size.
that's actual size.
The scale.
No exaggeration there.
And so me being curious, I'm like, hey, what's this? And they're like, oh, that's my underwear. And it's what? Okay. And are they like stretchy? Like how's it? And they, they're like, those are like $80 underwear. I'm like, oh
my God.
Yeah,
that's
you're paying
ridiculous.
Like $10 a square inch. It's like more than a house and shit.
Oh my God,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
So they don't get a cut on that, but yet we get charged.
Yeah.
For more material. That's bullshit.
We're really, really sounding misogynist and meatheadish right now.
Well, no, I mean we're trying to get.
It's facts of facts.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying we're trying to get women discount on their underwear. So
right.
I think we're looking out for them.
So Loot Crate, if you are listening to this, maybe you start sending some panties for our female subscribers because I'm sure there are some.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Subscribers out there.
Yeah. I know a couple.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they would love some panties.
They love the exclusive pops they get. That's the whole reason.
Oh yeah, and there are some pretty cool pops.
Yeah.
I have to say I've gotten some cool vinyls, some cool pops out of it. The shirts I really enjoy.
Yeah, I love that Green Arrow shirt you got. I got it last month or a couple months ago.
It was a couple months ago. That was a good one. I have a skull that is made out of kittens.
Right.
And it's like you really got to kind of look at it, but when you get it, you're like, dude, those are kittens on your shirt. And I'm like, yeah, they are. And it's kind of like, holy shit.
It's a conversation starter.
Very, very much so. Very much so. And like I said, for a small price to pay, if you love getting stuff in the mail like we do, makes us very excited. It's once a month. You're going to get a box. You're going to get some licensed gear. You're going to get a cool T-shirt. You're probably going to get an exclusive something, whether it's a pop, a T-shirt, a vinyl, a variant cover. That's what I was about to say. There have been some really cool variant covers. And just another quick story, and we're going to get off this Loot Crate read. But I was looking through some boxes. On the Blazing Defender report, I had a superhero creator contest, and for the winner, I created my own box, called it a hot box. And I went through and all my loot crates for stuff that just didn't speak to me. It was all cool stuff. Yeah. But it just didn't speak to me. Like the Doctor Who stuff, some of the Star Trek stuff. Sorry, it's all cool. I love it all, but just doesn't speak to me. I would rather give it to a Star Trek fan, a Warcraft fan, or somebody like that than for me to have it, right?
I wonder why you pointed at me like when you said Star Trek fan.
Yeah, because you're a closet Trekkie. That's why I did it.
But you're not supposed to out me.
Man. That's what the internet is for, Sam, is to out people.
Well, do you think Mr. Rogers was in that closet with me?
And anyway, so I'm going through my boxes. And I look, and I have a variant Star Wars, the new run Star Wars with Jason Aaron, variant #1.
That's probably worth a good bit of money.
I think it is.
Because the non-variants of #1 are worth quite a bit of money.
Yeah, like $45, I think is what I see them at. Yeah. So the Loot Crate variant, and it was so cool. It was, I don't know who did it, but it was paint. It was like a painting, and it was Han Solo and Chewbacca.
That's awesome.
And it was so badass. I was like, what? Like, I couldn't even believe that. I don't even think I seen it when I first opened my box. I think I just kind of, I'll get back to that. And something else caught my eye. And but anyway, so some really cool stuff. Just for listening to the show, guys, I'm going to save you some loot on your Loot Crate. Go down to the show notes. There's going to be a link, and it's going to say lootcrate.com/giant size team up. Okay, that's the name of our network. You can go giantsizeteamupnetwork.com or giantsizeteamup.com, and you'll find this show, my Defender Report show, Breaking the Panel, which is our flagship show, and From the Helicarrier. We've got several cool shows on that network. Something for everybody there. So please check that out. Click on the link in the coupon code section if you want. Copy and paste Giant Size Team Up, or you can spell it for all you spelling bee champions out there. You can spell it, put it in the coupon code. It's going to save you $4, $5 on your monthly subscription. I'm not even sure what it is really, but it's anything, right?
Yeah, substantial.
Substantial, exactly, especially in today's age. So check it out, guys. It's really cool. Now, on to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I'm so glad I got this guy with me today, because the biggest turtle fan I know, if you could see his comic book room, I mean, he's got a bunch of stuff. He's a big Daredevil fan also, but his turtle stuff is really, really nice and exclusive stuff. He's paid quite a bit of money for it, and it's very cool, and he's got it everywhere. So very, very nice to have our roving reporter that is actually a specialist in this material. I, on the other hand, love the Turtles, always have, but I'm going to be more of the casual fan perspective on the movie. But first, before we get into that, I want you to tell people what drew you to the Turtles to begin.
Well, really, I remember watching the cartoon as a kid. I think a lot of people really became Turtles fans based off that cartoon.
The cartoon was great.
There's a lot of people that don't even know it was originally a comic book.
Right?
It was a comic book. I think 6 years before the cartoon ever came out.
Okay.
The comic came out in 1984, and I think the cartoon debuted in 1990, if I remember right.
It was the 90s that the cartoon was out. Yeah.
So I remember that as a kid. So as a kid, I always had that appeal. But really, what the Turtles, why they speak to me is, besides the fact that, you know, I'm a martial arts, teach martial arts, all that good stuff. So I love the honor and the martial arts aspect and everything like that. You know, the brotherhood of it is a big thing for me. You know, I think that everyone has, you know, brother, sister. If you don't, you know, those friends that count as brothers or sisters too, that, you know, you would lay down for.
Right.
You know, you do anything for. And that really, I think, comes across so well in the Ninja Turtles. Everything comes back to the family, whether it's Splinter as the dad, you know, or April is almost the adopted in sister,
right?
You know, the four brothers and so on and so forth.
Right.
I just think that's a universal message to people, you know, brotherhood and family.
Yeah, and I would, from what I know of the Turtles, I was a big fan of the Kevin Eastman Turtles, the you know, the black and white, extremely violent.
Yeah.
I mean, just the way he would make them look, you know, like when they were in the shadows, they just always looked so badass, and they were always real jacked and veiny and ripped up and everything, you know. So and it's mutant turtles that are ninjas that fight with katana swords and nunchucks and bow staffs and all that great. I mean, what's not to like?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, how's that not appeal to
somebody?
somebody?
But I think what, you know, if it was just that, it would have came and it would have went. But there was something that appealed to everyone, and like you said, it was that family dynamic that they have.
And really, the four turtles, if you look at their personalities, they're all so different from each other, which brothers and sisters always are gonna be,
right?
You know?
Right.
But they kind of did a good job of hitting four different types of people, so everyone really has that turtle they relate to.
Exactly.
You know, I'm kind of a mix of Raphael and Leonardo. You know, Raphael's a younger kid who would, you know, jump into fights real quick, you know, but was always protecting my family and stuff like that. Leonardo being the leader and the martial artist, the disciplined one, that's kind of more where I've gone to now. But, you know, Donnie is the super intelligent one. He fixes things. He's a computer guy, you know, stuff. And Michelangelo's that fun-loving, you know, wisecracking party guy.
Yeah.
So everyone has, you know, that turtle that they see some of their own personality in.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That comes across, you know, because to me, there's a lot of comic book characters who I absolutely love, like Batman, for example. I love Batman. You know, he's one of the top. Period.
Yeah, me too.
But really, if you break it down, how much can you relate to Batman?
Yeah,
he's a billionaire. I'm not that.
Yeah,
probably will never be that.
He's psychotic.
Yeah, he's you know. Both of his parents were killed in front of him.
Yeah, he's damaged,
you know?
severely damaged.
Thank the
really,
Lord.
People shouldn't want to be Batman, to be honest.
Right,
you know what I mean?
And thank the Lord, you know, that hasn't happened to us, you know, or anything like that, so you can't relate to that. And you know, he's incredibly intelligent. He's maybe the best detective in the comic book universe, you know. I don't think I'm retarded, but I by no means am on the intellectual level of Bruce Wayne. Right, you know, so for me, it's other than being able to maybe get that singular drive that he has, you know, we can kind of focus on that in the gym sometimes, me and you, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, to me, there's not a lot you can relate to Batman to.
Right.
And he's supposed to be one of the more relatable characters because he doesn't have superpowers.
Right. Well, and I think that's you know, not to get off the subject too much, but I think that is also the appeal of Batman. Is
for sure.
If you have that drive, if you have enough drive and dedication, maybe you could be the world's greatest detective. Yeah, I mean, and run with Wonder Woman, Batman, or Superman. And,
and let's not even get into them who are gods essentially in the comic book world. You know, you can't relate to them at all.
Can't relate to them at all.
You
That's
know,
what makes them so hard to write.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, we've talked about that several times.
Yeah. So I think that's one of the things that makes the turtles so relatable.
Yes,
absolutely. Obviously, we're not mutants and we're not turtles.
Right.
But there's several people who study martial arts. There's, you know, like I say, everyone has those friends or family who are like family, you know, and stuff like that. And
so. In this movie, I felt like, from my standpoint, I felt like that was like my favorite thing of the whole movie was. And there was a scene between Leo and Splinter, and he said, you know, Leo's kind of like. The Turtles just came back from a mission that was kind of messed up. Yeah. And he was kind of, you know, really down on himself, really down on the team. And he's talking to Master Splinter, and he tells him, Splinter tells Leo, as long as you guys stay united, you can accomplish anything. You know, and it sounds very fortune cookie-ish, of course. But Leo's just kind of, you know, like, all right, you know, like, I really... Okay, you know, you're Master Splinter, but as the movie develops and they still like are button heads. When they do end up coming together, they do accomplish great things. And, staying with the theme of the Turtles, I thought the movie did really, really well.
No, I totally agree with that. The first movie, I thought I enjoyed it, but I thought had several flaws, which we're not going to get into because it's not a review of the first Ninja Turtles movie. But I thought they did nail the 4 turtles themselves as far as their characteristics and the team dynamic and everything. And this movie took it even a step further. They work more as a team when they come together than they did in the first one. Even the opening credit scene where they're kind of flying through the skyscrapers in New York City, and one's flipping the other with the bat, and another one grabs one and rolls off the shell and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I thought the team chemistry was there, especially in the fighting aspect of it, even more so than the first one. But true to a family, they butt heads. They see things different ways from different angles and perspectives, and it's not all what peaches and cream or whatever.
Right.
Like any family.
Like any family. Yeah. One of the things I definitely want to talk about in this movie is the CGI.
Man, it was incredible.
Of the Turtles was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so lifelike. I was blown away. And I remember we were talking about this the first time.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard Krang was going to be the villain, I was like, oh, God.
The talking brain.
The talking fucking brain. This is going to be awful. It's going to look stupid. How are they going to spin this to where it's good? You know what I mean? Just good. Don't have to be great. Just got to be good. And I'm very happy to admit and say right now, they nailed.
I thought Krang was one of the best characters in the movie.
I thought he was too.
Yeah.
From his voice, the voice actor who is.
It was, I believe it was Warburton who was the Tick and everything like
that. Right. Yeah, I remember you saying it in the first time we tried to review this. But the CGI on him was not goofy, not campy at all. No. It was borderline. It was disgustingly sinister.
It's kind of horrific.
It was very horrific. He's got shit dripping off of his face and his tentacles, and
what I love
it was very cool, man.
When they come across him for the first time, because all they see is the robot,
right?
And Michelangelo's like, I kind of thought this was gonna be scarier. They're like, what would you want, Mikey? And he looks, and then the brain pops out. And Mikey's like, oh my God,
right? That was good. That was a good line.
That's kind of a. True, it's nasty.
It's very nasty.
Yeah.
And if it was real life,
right,
it would be very disgusting to see something like that.
Super gross.
Which Krang is an alien, isn't that right?
Yeah. I'm yet to see how exactly they're going to spin it in the movies, but at least in the comic books, Krang is an alien called a Utrom. They're from the planet Eutromian, because that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
So
we need that to make sense.
In the original comics, they were actually good. They were good aliens, and they were time travelers, scientists, as such. And there was no Krang; there were just Utroms.
Okay.
And in the cartoon, they created this Krang as a bad guy, and then since now the current comic book run, which is absolutely fantastic, they've kind of melded the two together. And there's the Utroms, who are, for the most part, a good race of aliens. They're scientists and explorers and researchers and such. But their general is General Krang, and he's going to planets trying to overcome and destroy the planet and everything like that. It's similar to Zod was in Superman, where he wants to go and their planet's been destroyed.
Oh, okay.
I think they've depleted their natural resources.
Okay. That's
so he was going to terraform the Earth into the new Eutromenon, and so obviously the Turtles got to stop that,
right,
all that shit. So Krang's always been bad, but the Utroms themselves have typically been good.
Okay, are they all in those robot bodies?
No, actually, most of them are on. If you remember the cartoon, it was like a little platform with wheels that Krang would roll around on sometimes. Most of them are in something similar to that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But there are some other bodies and things. Krang's dad is a big player in the current comic. He's dead now, but what he had done before he died, he was the original general. His name was Quanin, and he was an evil dude too, like Krang. He had him a big robot body. So I think that robot body might be like a thing for a general, or at least a top military leader.
Yeah. that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, the story in the movie made sense. I mean, I went in this movie with no expectations whatsoever. I was expecting to be entertained. I like Michael Bay. Fucking shoot me, give me all the hate you want. I like Michael Bay. He blows shit up.
He does.
And he's always got hot chicks.
He does.
And I mean, $9-10, yeah, for 2 hours, I'll watch a hot chick and see shit blow up. It's fucking fine by me. I'm cool. I don't go to see an Oscar award-winning movie with Michael fucking Bay.
Right.
But I know what I'm getting, and I'm cool with that. And sometimes that's all I want.
I'll give Michael Bay credit in the sense that, besides the fact he's made a few good movies that I really like. I mean, it's not like all his stuff has been shit.
13 Hours is fucking amazing.
Yeah. And I liked the first Transformers.
Yeah, I've liked all of them. Yeah. I loved all of them.
And wasn't he responsible for The Rock or Con Air or one of them? Face Off. He did
I thought he did all those.
Maybe he did all of them.
I think Bruckheimer did The Rock, and I think
maybe
Wu did Face Off.
What about Con Air?
Might have been Bay. Maybe. It might have been Bay.
Anyways, he's had some of those older movies that were great too.
Yeah.
But where Michael Bay, where I really had to give him credit, was when him and Megan Fox, they were beefing on the set of Transformers essentially. And Megan Fox, I don't know her by any means. I'd like to.
I would too.
Like that's Megan
pool.
Fox, if you
I like to clean her pool or some shit.
Yeah, if you're like one of our like 80 subscribers to Meatheads on Movies, like holler at me, girl. Because that'd be great, but I might even get a free pass for her.
I'd buy her ticket. Yeah,
all right, cool.
I'll buy her ticket.
Yeah,
if she wants to come see you, I'll buy her ticket.
All right,
just so I can tag along.
But I've heard she's an amazing cunt on the film set.
Yes.
So
I've heard that.
Again,
also.
I don't know that, but that's what the rumor is.
Well, and that's what got her and Bay beefing to begin with, was because before it was, I guess, the second Transformer movie. And maybe it was when it first released. Mm-hmm. She was talking about how horrible it was.
Yeah.
And it's like, bitch, you're part of this franchise. You can't be bad-mouthing your product.
And your acting skills aren't exactly the
right.
best,
Yeah, right.
We've seen Jonah Hex, unfortunately.
Oh, my God. And Jennifer's Body.
Yeah, Jennifer's Body. There's been a few. So, but anyways, Michael Bay said, bitch, I need you so little that I'm going to replace you with a Victoria's Secret angel that has never acted before, and I won't skip a beat. And he did.
And he didn't skip a beat.
That was incredible.
Yes.
Like, if I was going to give a Pimp of the Year award to someone other than like a real pimp,
right.
It would be to Michael Bay for that move. That was a baller move.
A baller move.
He put the baby powder in his hand and shook it up and smacked, Megan Fox right in the face.
Yeah.
He just, and said, I'm going to make this movie without you, and he did.
So I wonder how she got back into.
I think they said they've kind of made amends or whatever.
Like, well,
maybe she got humbled a little bit. Yeah,
he banged the shit out of her.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
He used the baby powder for something else. He's like, I've got all this baby powder left.
Yeah.
What you want to do?
Wipe it one off your face, and we're gonna use it for something else. I don't like. I mean, of course, Megan Fox's acting's terrible, but I think she's hot. I think the camera absolutely loves her.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where she's like in a airport or bus station or train station or something.
Yeah.
And she
meets Baxter Stockman.
Yeah. And she's changing her outfit. She was all nerdy looking.
Yeah.
And then she had to look like a fraternity chick.
Yeah.
Or like a schoolgirl, and like went into the schoolgirl outfit, and it looked amazing. And then she's got to open her mouth, and it all sucks. But right. I mean, while the camera loves Megan Fox.
Yeah.
So, and it's, I don't know. I think. I mean, well, who would you want in that role? I mean, you couldn't get Mia Kunis or you couldn't get somebody else like that. I mean, I guess they would work, but I don't know. I just think for whatever reason, I think Megan Fox, it works for her. That character works for her.
I mean, everyone, especially going into the first Ninja Turtles movie, was like, oh my gosh, we have Megan Fox. Like, this is going to be a tank job.
Yeah, I remember,
And I don't think really she's done too bad in either one of them. You know, I mean,
as good as she can do.
Yeah,
that's as good as you're going to get.
That's Megan
but
Fox's
it's not it's not horrible. No. I mean, we're trying to be funny, but it's not like, oh my God, Megan Fox ruined the movie.
Yeah, no, she didn't. She was fine.
She was
now,
fine.
If you want to start talking about Will Arnett, he's fucking awful.
He's fucking awful.
Yeah, I don't understand.
That dude's got the best agent in Hollywood.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Like if I get famous for some reason, like if this Meatheads just takes off, you know, first person I'm calling is Will Arnett's agent.
Dude,
look, I'm semi-talented,
right?
Semi-funny and shit, just like that Will Arnett guy you represent.
Right.
Like, hook me up.
Dude, yeah, he was such a throw. They didn't need that guy. Yeah, I guess if he hadn't been in the first one, but a good screenwriter could have wrote him out of that fucking script.
He didn't need to be in the first or second.
Well,
one,
right,
really.
Yeah, he didn't need to be in the first one.
All he did in the first one was make creepy passes at Megan Fox.
That's all he did.
Like, keep leaning out that window, girl. And I was like, that's worked sometime for you?
Well, it's not funny.
It's not funny.
It's not funny. It just comes off as like,
it just sounded like some Mr. Rogers shit.
Right, Smo McFeely shit.
Maybe it's Will McFeely Arnett. Like maybe we got to Wikipedia that.
It would all make so much sense.
It would
if it did.
But yeah, Will Arnett was fucking awful.
He was fucking awful.
Like he was one of my main complaints of the movie. Like he's meeting Carmelo Anthony, which was weird. And trying to be funny, and I'm the Falcon. You know, I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it was so stupid.
Yeah, I can't stand
that. But on a positive note, our last show, our X-Men review, we really struggled to be positive.
It was a bit negative.
So I don't want to dwell on what we really didn't like in this movie, because honestly, it was a very entertaining.
Oh yeah, there's not much I could say I didn't like.
Well, and I thought Stephen Amell was awesome.
Yeah, Stephen did a great Casey.
I thought he did.
Yeah.
Who was the guy that played Casey in the first? Not the first, the old 90s.
1990. It was you put me on the spot, and I should know this guy's name. He's a big horror actor. Like
I can see his face.
Oh, it's Elias Codius.
There you go.
And he was in like Shutter Island.
Right,
and stuff like that.
Right.
He's a great actor.
Great actor. Yeah. I mean, like I really liked him in the very first rendition of the Turtles. Yeah. But I thought Amell did as good as the job.
Yeah,
it was a different.
It was a lighter take.
Very
for
lighter.
Kids,
Yeah.
And that's cool, but you still got across the anger.
Yeah.
You know, the vigilantiness. You
right.
know,
Right.
I thought he did good.
I thought he did a great job.
I mean, really and truly. I've got some other complaints of the movie, small ones, but really the only actor or person I didn't care for was Will Arnett. I thought everyone else delivered just fine, if not well.
No one's really coming out to me. The scientist you just named Baxter Stockman, the guy who played him.
It's Tyler Perry.
Yeah,
Medea.
I didn't like his character.
Okay,
and maybe I just don't like Tyler Perry. It was very. For him to be a scientist, it was very hokey. You know what I mean? Which I know that's the movie I'm going to go see. I got to expect some of that.
Kind of for kids thing.
Yeah, right. What you were telling me that the franchise was bought by Nickelodeon?
Yeah, it's Nickelodeon. It's a Nickelodeon movie. Okay. Both of them have been. The current cartoon's a Nickelodeon cartoon.
So that's okay. Which, I mean, it makes sense. And I know it's what they gear the movie towards. And
yeah.
Like I said, the CGI was incredible, and maybe my two favorite characters that were non-turtle related were Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah, I think they were the best in the movie.
Yeah, I mean they were, and not only did they look phenomenal, they were funny as shit.
Yeah, and I thought they did a good job of making them kind of dumb and goofy, but not overly bumbly. Because in the cartoons. Right. They're almost so bumbly and stupid. You're like, how are these guys really even
formidable?
Yeah, a formidable opponent.
Right.
But in this, you know, they made them goofy and, you know, high energy guys. They kind of fart on each other sometimes and shit. But they weren't bumbling idiots, you know, and they were formidable.
Like, yeah. Oh yeah, they were very formidable. Yeah. I mean, they were badass. They were funny before the transformation.
Oh yeah, that's the scene in the armored car.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Awesome. And then when they changed them, they still remained funny, but they became a lot more formidable.
Yeah.
The CGI on them were fantastic.
And it's funny because the CGI was something I was kind of worried about because I thought the very first trailer that came out, CGI did not look good. And I was like, oh no, like of all the things, do not mess that up, you know? But then they came out and said they released a trailer, it wasn't a finished product.
You know, and that's becoming a theme with all motion pictures. when BVS first introduced Doomsday.
Yeah.
In that trailer, he didn't look near as good as he ended up looking. And I'm talking CGI wise. I'm not talking about character design.
Right.
I'm talking about CGI wise in the movie. And a lot of, I guess the production companies or the movie studios are wanting to get these trailers out so fast to generate buzz that they're, this is what we got. This is what we're going to show. The Apocalypse. The first time they showed Apocalypse was it at CDC last year?
Yeah, I believe so.
And like everybody was like, "What the fuck?" You know, and
the first pictures of him, he was purple instead of blue.
And he was purple instead of blue.
People were going nuts.
Yeah, they were calling him Voldemort or whatever from the Power Rangers.
Oh, it's
what?
Voldemort's Harry Potter.
Oh yeah,
I forget. Yeah,
whatever.
But I forget the guy's name, but it's like Ivan Ooze or some crap.
Something like that.
Power
He had like a big purple pointy
and it kind of
hand.
did look like him.
When they put the profile picture side by side, it was hilarious how much they looked.
Oh shit!
But it's like, I wish these studios wouldn't do that. Like, for one thing, if it's going to be something like a big CGI character, don't release it. Let me see it when I go to the movie theater, because we're so spoiled now. And we talked about this in our BVS review. Like, so many cool things they showed us in the trailers.
Yeah.
And I would love to just, first time I seen it when I'm sitting at movie theater, have your CGI and everything up to par. Yep. I see it for the first time. It makes me go, oh shit. Instead, when I see it look like shit for the first time, and then when I'm in the movie, and then I go, oh, well, they fixed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I agree. You lose some
sucks.
impact.
But yeah, CGI looked great. The acting was great. It was funny. It was entertaining. And again, the general theme of the movie was, if we all work together, and they even got Will Arnett on board.
Yeah.
Maybe that was like the main plot in the second act, was just getting Will Arnett on board.
We need to do something with this guy.
We're paying this guy a lot of money.
They're like,
he sucks.
His agent has my daughter kidnapped in the back. We got to do something.
That would explain so much.
Yeah,
with
I
Will
think
Arnett.
that happens more often than we know in Hollywood. Like, I know we talked about, but how did you get John Malkovich to do Jonah Hex? Like, really?
I know. What did John Malkovich see? Like, did you read the script and go, oh my God?
There's no way he could have, because it was horrible.
But there's so many like rewrites and shit and reshoots, and I mean, we don't know what it originally was. You know what I mean? He could have looked at it and went, which, he's a weird cat anyway.
He is a weird dude, but I feel like you don't reshoot to make it worse. So if he saw an original script, it must have been even crappier than.
Yeah, but you don't think sometimes like somebody calls for a reshoot and like there's other people going, oh, we shouldn't reshoot that. That was pretty fucking good.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, it definitely has to.
I think when a movie blows up like that, like Fantastic Four obviously did, suffered from rewrites, reshoots, and everything else. I think that there's so many bad decisions involved that it's it was never going to work no matter what.
Here comes Gambit.
Oh, God.
Sound like its fourth director and its third script or something. Yeah.
I know, but they haven't started shooting it yet, though.
No, but see, but you're re-scripting. I'm
cool with that. I'm cool with getting the mistakes out of the way. Let's fail to plan to fail. Yeah. So get your shit right and then start shooting. Yeah. Well, your boy left Ant-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
I remember his name now. I can't either all of a sudden.
But
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright left Ant-Man, and everybody was like, oh, my God, this is the one Marvel bombs on. This is it. And, the next cat stepped in and fucking crushed it.
He did. But you could see Edgar Wright scenes. Like, they were clearly Edgar Wright.
You could.
Like the scene where they were in the suitcase.
Oh,
and the Cure was playing on the iPhone and stuff like that. That's an Edgar Wright scene.
And I honestly think that if Edgar Wright could have stayed with the project, Ant-Man was great, don't get me wrong, but it would have been so much better.
Yeah, it would have been even better.
I think it would have been even better. But still a good movie.
Yes.
But getting back to the Turtles, again, it's not something that it was actually bigger in scale than what I was expecting.
What, with the big Krang thing and
with the big
forming the Technodrome.
The Technodrome, even like the chase scene with the turtle car when they're hunting the Foot Clan. I mean, like the Turtle Mobile, is that what you call it?
Yeah, okay. The Turtle Van.
They had like this battle van. It was kind of like a Batman turtle van. It had shit shooting out of it and everything. Very cool. But it was just, I don't know. There was a lot more CGI, and I felt like this was a bigger budget picture than what I was expecting, to be honest. Okay. I mean, I thought it was bigger than the first one.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, a bigger scope of the first one.
Yeah.
And I was just actually looking, I was pulling it up on Rotten Tomatoes to see what Rotten Tomatoes gave it. I always find it interesting, the critics gave it a 37% and the audience gave it a 55%. That's a pretty big disparity between critics and audiences, especially on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, I think it's something like you said is, I think critics can't help themselves but be like, I was looking for a great plot and the ultimate story and this and you just don't go see Ninja Turtles for that.
You don't.
It's just you don't.
I went to be entertained.
Yeah,
I was.
Watch porn for the dialogue.
It depends on what she's saying.
I mean, it could help, but you're not going into it.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Yeah, my search engine on porn sites is not
best dialogue.
Yeah,
best dialogue.
AVI screenwriter winner.
Right.
Screenplay winner.
Exactly.
It's not saying
right.
that.
I mean, you can be surprised they could say some sexy shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But you're not going into it for that.
No. And the Turtles you're not going to get like that. But you still get the banter I feel like was very genuine.
Oh yeah. No, the dialogue of the Turtles is great.
Right.
I mean, there's no doubt. I'm not saying dialogue for dialogue, but you're not going in hoping for a great plot and story.
Right. No,
it's just not gonna be.
Well, it's like when when they get that canister when Splinter gives the scientist that canister to open up the portal, and he had to reverse engineer it.
Shredder gives it to him.
Shredder.
Yeah.
So, and the scientist is like, oh yeah, and he puts it in the machine and reverse engineered it.
Yeah,
it was
immediately.
Like a microwave.
Yeah, it was a plug and play.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, this shit came from another dimension, dude. But you can't do that.
Right.
If you're going to do that, then don't go see this movie.
Right. It's got to be mad. Yeah, you can't pick it apart. Now it can't be so dumb. Like, for example, in the first one, which I said had a lot of problems, Shredder's main plot was to release this maroon red gas off of his own building and then sell the ooze to people as a cure to the gas he's releasing. And I'm like, wait a minute. If it's a maroon red gas you're releasing from your own building, I'm pretty sure they're probably going to just shut that down.
Right.
Like, the military's going to probably come in, put a stop to that, and it's over.
Right.
All they had to do was make the gas clear.
Right. And you're a ninja clan.
Yeah.
You kind of want to stay stealthy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it can't be that mind-numbingly stupid.
Right.
But as long as it's believable enough, you can't pick apart a movie like Ninja Turtles. It's made for kids.
Right, exactly. But it's a movie that's made for kids that an adult can take his kids and still enjoy it.
Like a Shrek or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But speaking of the Foot Clan, there was a scene in the Foot Clan in the police station when they're trying to break into the police station.
Yeah.
And the Foot Clan's there. Those two dudes was pretty badass.
Oh, yeah. I thought the Foot Clan were much better represented than the first movie. The first movie, they're like a tactical SWAT team or whatever.
Yeah.
Which I did not understand
at
all.
Dumb.
And, and the second one, they're ninjas. And they're doing some parkour, free running. And some ninjutsu, kind of flip kicks and things like that. Yeah. They were awesome. I thought the Foot Clan was one of the better parts of the movie.
Yeah, I did too. Because I was kind of like, well, these guys ain't just, in comic books the same way. It's, especially like in Daredevil, the Hand is their cannon fodder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, well, how many of these dudes are going to get killed? They're not going to do anything but die and just try to slow Daredevil down.
Right.
Which, I know he's Daredevil. He's going to beat him. But you would think, man, surely there's going to be a dude that comes out of the Hand or the Foot Clan that's pretty badass dude. You know what I mean?
And they have. You had the Shredder that came out of the Foot, and in the Hand you have now I can't think of the guy's name. In Daredevil season 1 and 2, the Daredevil fought.
Shinobi,
something like that. I don't remember his name, but
Naboo.
That's it, exactly, Naboo. And so yeah, you do. You always get to that main guy who's awesome,
right?
And but yeah, the rest of them are just they're like little Goombas in the Mario game. You just got
you just got to get over them. You got to have stuff like that too.
Yeah,
not everybody can be fucking SEAL Team 7. You know what I mean?
Right. I will say that while we're on that subject, one of my other small complaints of this movie was, I think the Turtles don't do enough martial arts style moves.
Yes,
and
I would agree to that.
I think some of it is based on the body size they've given them, although they are scaled down from the first movie, which is good because the first movie they were like 9 feet tall.
Right.
They're so big and bulky and jacked up that their moves are like bowling into someone and clotheslining somebody and headbutting someone and stuff, and it's all cool. But I would have really liked to see, they're ninjas. I'd like to see some more kind of out of the shadow moves and grab somebody, and some of the spinning moves. And a little more hand to hand.
Well,
stuff.
and let's be honest, the Turtles really aren't very stealthy anyway. I mean, at all. And I mean, granted, they're still big, even though they're scaled down from the first movie.
Right.
But like even with the battle van. The battle van was this huge, gaudy monstrosity.
Manhole
it's like
covers.
Right. It's like a tank.
There's like 20-foot nunchucks coming out of both sides.
Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah. But there was a scene where Leo, I guess he was kind of
where he's training.
Yeah, where he's doing like his katas with his sword.
It's one of my favorite scenes of the whole movie.
That was badass.
And that's why I was like, I wanted more of that when they're fighting.
Which brings me to the part that one of the things that I wish I could have seen more of was Shredder.
Yeah.
I'd love to see like I don't say like a whooping fight choreographed fighting scene with Leo and Shredder. You know what I mean? Or Splinter and Shredder getting it on. That would have been fucking awesome.
Well, and they set that up in the first movie. Splinter and Shredder fought each other kind of one-on-one in the sewer when Shredder invaded their lair. But Shredder was so stupidly overdone in the first movie.
Yeah,
he looked like the bastard child of Shredder and Megatron.
Right.
He's huge. He's shooting knives and they're magnetized, so they come back. And I was like, this sucks. That was one of my least favorite parts of that movie.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, I didn't like the. Well, but in this movie, I thought Shredder looked really cool.
Right. In this movie.
But we didn't see him do shit.
In this movie,
he got punked actually.
Yeah, Brian T looked great. He was big looking.
Yeah, he looked big.
His uniform looked a whole lot better. The black stealthy ninja just with the helmet.
Yes.
He kind of had the knives. Looked great. And that's when I was getting so hyped for him, during this movie, because I was like, finally, we got Shredder. It looks menacing, sounds menacing, and kind of looks pretty true to the comics. Mm-hmm. And then nothing. And that was my biggest complaint about this movie. If I had 3 complaints, which would be, they missed a big part using the Shredder, missed opportunity. I want to see the Ninja Turtles do a little bit more martial arts style moves, and then Will Arnett.
Yeah.
Other than that, everything was fantastic.
Yeah, I agree with all that. Yeah. It was, like I said, very entertaining.
I'm hoping, there's obviously going to be a number 3.
Yeah.
They just kind of put Shredder on ice, essentially. Yeah. And so I'm really hoping we finally get that awesome version of the Shredder in the 3rd movie.
Yeah, I would love to see, especially with the CGI being so good. And I tell you what was really cool is like how when they hit you, it's like really hard hit. You know what I mean? It's like bone crushing. Yeah,
you felt it.
I was like, but it wasn't. There was a lot of tackles. And, you know what I mean?
Well, like Raph jumped onto the motorcycle, which I thought was awesome. He jumped on a motorcycle and he said, that's how I roll it. He hit him with the headbutt. He said, that's how you roll. That headbutt looked mean as hell.
Yeah, it did. Oh, crushing.
Yeah, headbutt, it looked awesome, but it was still, not ninja-ish. Ninjas don't headbutt people.
Right.
Not really. So, yeah, I would have liked a little more martial arts instead of street brawling kind of moves. But like you said, it was effective, and you felt it.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it was good.
There's a movie that we're going to review next, Warcraft, which you haven't seen yet.
Not yet.
I'm gonna watch it again. but it's that in that movie they do a lot of the same things. It's like big, huge, just crushing blows. And I mean, there were several times in the movie I was like, oh, like I mean, you felt it. You know what I mean? And that's a great that's a great fight scene that makes you like you feel like you're in it. You're kind of feeling the blows. You know.
Walk out a little sore.
Yeah, like, oh man, what happened to you yesterday? Oh, dude, I watched Ninja Turtles, man.
Yeah, I got.
Oh, dude, I
think
I bruised some ribs,
right,
man.
Right.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You go find a girl. You're like, man, I need a massage.
I need a massage right here, Megan Fox.
Yeah, come on, Megan, where you at? I do want to say to everybody, if you're yearning for some Shredder action, you love the Shredder, or you see this movie and you want more Shredder, pick up a book called The Secret History of the Foot Clan. It's just a 4-issue trade that's considered a micro series of the current Ninja Turtles book. You can read it by itself or you can read it in conjunction with the rest of the books, but it is absolutely the best Shredder story I've ever read. And it takes you to the origins of how he became the Shredder. Takes you all the way back.
That's cool.
Takes you all the way back to feudal Japan.
Oh, that's very cool.
It brings it all the way through. It's absolutely my favorite book. The artist is Matheads Santalocco, who's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I can't recommend enough. I've got it in single issues. I've got it in trade. I got hardcover. I've got big oversized hardcover. I've even got some of the original art from it.
What's it called again? Say it one more time.
The Secret History of the Foot Clan.
Okay.
And it's by Matheads Santalocco.
What other comic books, either new, ongoing, or past, would you recommend for viewers that maybe want a more, I don't want to say a more, either more like the movie or more adult version of the Turtles?
The original Ninja Turtles, the Mirage Studios iteration of the Ninja Turtles, is very, very adult. And in fact, what a lot of people don't know is issue number 1, which is I think 48 pages. It's phenomenal. They actually kill the Shredder in the very first issue. He's done because Eastman and Laird, who are the two creators of the Ninja Turtles, they never thought it was going to be a second issue. They made the Ninja Turtle originally as a joke. They were sitting around Mirage Studios. It's called Mirage because it was their living room. So they don't have a studio. It's a mirage, you know.
Kind of like BDR Studio.
That's right. We're right here in the BDR Mirage Studios, and Eastman and Laird, they started drawing this Ninja Turtle as a joke, and like Laird would show Eastman, and Eastman was like, "Oh, well, what if we did this?" and topped him a little bit, and then Laird was like, "Oh, we should do this," and topped it a little bit, and they kind of went back and forth, kept topping each other simply as a joke, and then they kind of liked it, so they made the Four Brothers, and they kind of made a more menacing looking and stuff. Because if you see the original first Turtle drawing, he looks awful. Like,
oh, really?
Oh, my gosh. He looks like someone that couldn't fight anybody. He's kind of fat and dopey, and he's just got some nunchucks hanging off his claw and stuff. Like, it's really pretty goofy. And so they end up saying, well, let's do it. Let's make an issue. So they make this big issue. It's phenomenal, like I said, and they made 5,000 copies. That was it. I'm sorry, I think it was 3,000 copies, and it sold out. It sold out. There's been 7 printings of that first issue now.
Oh my God!
7 printings. And they turned it into what it is today. But it was only gonna be one issue. It was a one and done.
That's crazy.
Killed the Shredder, just like at the end of the 1990 movie, which actually sticks very much to that first issue. They Shredder has a thermite bomb, and they knock him off the roof, and the bomb blows up and kills him. That's what happens in the comic, and
awesome.
So that was supposed to be it, but there was such a clamor for it that it's become what it is now. So any of the original Mirage stuff is great, especially issue number 1. Issue 2 introduces Baxter Stockman and the Mousers and April O'Neil. She wasn't in the first one. The current IDW run is unbelievable.
Yeah, I know you talk about it quite a bit.
Yeah, I think it's the best comic on the shelf, and I am biased. There's no doubt about it. But like I said, I love Batman. I love Daredevil. It's better than all of them. And the reason I say that is there's better arcs of Batman, and stuff like that. But as far as a consistent book,
yes,
nothing better than the Turtles.
Yeah, that's what I was going to point out. Books come out every Wednesday, and there's certain books that I collect that I like. but there's certain books that when I see them on the stands, I get very excited about.
Yeah.
Because they're always good. They're always good, and more times than not, they're fucking great.
Yeah.
And that's hard to say. You know, it's all the shit that I fucking buy. The Ninja Turtles is one of the books that I don't buy.
Yeah, which I've been trying to get you to do for like years.
I know. Well, there's so many.
Yeah.
And it's like fucking Spider-Man. Like, God love all Spider-Man fans that collect comic books, because you're selling crack to support your comic book habit.
X-Men too.
And X-Men too. Yeah. I mean, there's so much stuff out there. It's kind of like people ask me, hey man, you know, my kid likes Spider-Man. What comic books should I get? Well, fucking good luck. I don't know. I have no idea. I would say his main book, but which one? Amazing, right. Spectacular.
There's the Web Warrior.
Web Warrior, $20.99. I mean,
Spider-Gwen is popular.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Spider-Verse had its own book for a while. I mean, so I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there, but good stuff is good stuff. And like I said, me even not being a Turtle fan, I'm still going to check it out. If I have to go online and read them, just to check them out, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, but
this guy got me to buy a fucking Archie comic book, and I said, I'm not buying a fucking Archie comic book. I draw the line at that goofy shit. He goes, nah, dude, I'm telling you,
there's nothing goofy about that.
There's nothing goofy about this book. And I'm like, okay, and I fucking loved it.
Is it amazing?
It was amazing. Archie versus the Predator was fucking great.
It was amazing.
I mean, how stupid does that fucking sound, right? And I said the same thing until you read it.
And you can't put it down.
You can't put it down.
You
and you're like, and I got the first 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
And we couldn't find number 1. So I had to go online to buy number 1. So I went ahead and read number 2. And I normally never do this, but I'm like, it's fucking Archie. I'm not going to give a shit. It's going to suck. And I was like, fuck. I can't fucking wait to get this first issue, because now I don't know what's going on. And, you know, so it was very cool. So, yeah, this guy knows what he's talking about. I definitely want to check out the Ninja Turtles. Especially, I love the old Turtles. I love the adult, the Eastman Turtles.
That's how the current IDW run is, because what they did, you know, being part of Nickelodeon and everything, they were like, okay, we need to have something for kids, because the kids are going to love the Ninja Turtles, especially with the movies coming out. And they can't read this adult book. So there's 2 Ninja Turtles books. There's called Ninja Turtles: The Amazing Adventures, and it's completely a kid's book. It's like the old Archie series.
Okay.
You know, they're cartoonish looking. They look like they do on TV, the little cartoony guys. And each one's kind of a one-shot for the most part. It's kind of like the adventures of the Turtles for that day. It's a kid book, so that they can keep the main series completely adult.
Oh, nice.
And that's great. You know,
it is great, yeah.
I mean, for example, it made national news when there was a storyline where we may or may not have killed Donatello. Okay? I'm not going to say either way, although it was in the news. And the way it happened was Rocksteady cracked his shell open with his giant sledgehammer, and it was brutal. It cracks the skull, the shell open. If you've ever seen the inside of a turtle, like it's not pretty.
Right,
you know, blood's coming out of him, and all the turtles are reacting a certain way. Some of them are crying, and grabbing each other and stuff like that. It's adult. It's all the way.
So kind of like when Negan fucking bashed Glenn's skull in with the fucking.
Do we know it's Glenn?
Oh, I'm talking in the comic book.
Oh,
in the comic book, it was Glenn.
Yeah, in the comic it was,
and it was maybe one of the most brutal.
That's
just horrifying images I've seen in a comic book. I was like,
yeah, and that's
oh my God.
That's because you haven't read Afterlife of Archie 3 yet, the one with the dog.
No, I won't read that one.
You're not going to make through it.
I'm not going to read
that. But no, it is like that. When Rocksteady cracks his skull, they look at each other. He goes, "Oh, that's a disgusting sound," and then they start laughing and stuff at the sound it made when they killed him, or if he lived. But and it's like that's not for kids, So
no.
the current IDW
fuck,
run
I don't know if that's for me, man.
Yeah,
that's making me sad right now.
The current IDW run is not for children.
Oh, okay.
But the Amazing Adventures is for kids. If you got kids, you want them to get some Ninja Turtle stuff. Ninja Turtles Amazing Adventures. Yep. But the current IDW run has had 60 issues, plus all the micro series, which are, like I said, the Secret History, and so there's others.
Those are cool too. Yeah.
And so
that's what I mean by there's so many.
Yeah, they've had over 100 issues so far. It's ongoing, and out of those 100 issues, like I said, there's been one I haven't cared for out of 100.
Wow,
they've all been at least good, and more often than not, like you said, they've been phenomenal.
That speaks to the power of comic books. Just for the simple fact is, could be so fucking stupid. You know what I mean? It started as a joke. But yet they've created these stories with these characters that are just, they make you care for these characters. They get you excited. They make you sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you feel like the Turtles are fucking real.
Yeah, I mean, you should have seen the backlash that the writers and the editor got when this happened to Donatello. Like, I mean, people were threatening to kill him.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Like, it's unbelievable how much people can identify with those characters.
Yeah. I mean, like, they're family. Yeah, like they've been around for a long time.
I'm a humongous Turtles fan, but I'm not gonna threaten someone over a page in a comic. Like, that's going over the line a little bit. But it shows you the power of how much they relate to.
Right.
It,
well, we talked about that on Breaking the Panel when spoiler alert, if you hadn't read Steve Rogers' Captain America #1. They're making him look like he's been a sleeper Hydra agent for the last 90 years, which I'm sure there's a story there.
It's going to be that Cosmic Cube chick.
It's going to be Kobik.
Kobik.
It's going to be Kobik. Yeah. But, there's people on the internet fucking dousing it with lighter fluid, lighting it on fire, people pissing on it.
Yeah,
and it's like, for one thing, I'm not spending $3.99 and then go piss on it.
$5.99.
It was $5.99 because that was on my pros and cons list, and it was on the cons list.
Book.
Yeah. I'm not going to do that. And another thing is, it's a fucking story. You know what I mean? And Marvel's not dumb enough to make one of their most iconic characters a fucking bad guy. Yeah. It's not going to happen. There's a story to be told, people. That's what comic books do.
It's not going to happen.
So, but I'm sure Kirkman got death threats when he bashed Glenn's head in.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like, it went on for fucking 4 pages. Yeah. It was just, it was horrifying. But that speaks to the ability that these characters have, and how far reaching they are.
Relatability.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing I love about the current Ninja Turtles comic book run is that it's been the same writer for every issue.
Yeah. Who is it?
Tom Waltz. He's actually a former Marine.
Okay.
So you get a lot of kind of militaristic
cool.
team dynamic, and strategy in the book.
Yeah.
And some people say, I think some of that strategy bogs the book down. Stuff. I think it's awesome.
Awesome. Yeah.
And I think if you have a team that's going into a mission, you're going to make a strategy.
Well, the Turtles are basically SEAL Team 6.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of planning that those guys do before they go.
Exactly.
They go into operation.
You're not just going to show up and hope it goes well.
Right. Yeah.
You plan for
that. Plan. Fail to plan to fail.
Yeah, and ninja clans have always been like that.
Right.
They always have made
recon and knowing their enemy and all that stuff. Cool, man. You got anything else you want to tell the people out there about the Turtles?
No, really, I just want to say go check out the movie. Really, a lot of people are not checking it out either because they think it's too kiddish for them or because they saw the first one and they're like, the first one wasn't that good. And it wasn't. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't that good of a movie. This one is so much better. It's a different director.
Yeah.
It's just a much better movie.
I enjoyed the second one. Hands down better than the first one.
Yeah.
It was not even close.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't hate the first one.
No, me neither.
But I didn't. This movie is, like I said, it's big on scale. It's got good direction. It never really has a slow part.
No.
It's funny. Action's great. Mikey's hilarious. Mel's good.
Yeah, Bebop's Rocksteady are fantastic.
Rocksteady are fantastic. There's,
Krang is horrific.
Krang's horrific. It's definitely a movie. If you're into comic books and you're into sci-fi and you're into martial arts and you're into, it's a movie for you. It really is.
On top of the fact, if you have kids, you can watch it with your kids and you both can enjoy it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I definitely check it out. Give it a chance. It's better than 95% of the crap that's in the theaters.
If you guys have watched our X-Men Apocalypse review, I enjoyed it a ton more than I enjoyed X-Men.
It's much better than X-Men Apocalypse.
You know, and I mean, there were things about X-Men that I enjoyed more than the Turtles, but as a whole, looking at the entire picture from beginning to the end of the movie to beginning of the movie to the end of the movie, far more enjoyed Turtles than I did X-Men.
Well, I'll tell you that honestly, there was better parts of BVS, but I enjoyed the Ninja Turtles more than BVS as a whole.
Oh, did you really?
And I really liked BVS.
Yeah, you did.
Don't get me wrong, I really liked it. But the Turtles, I thought was just, for me, it's going to be that rewatchability.
Yes.
Whereas Batman and Superman, I'm going to rewatch, especially that Ultimate Edition.
Oh my God, I can't wait for
that. That fight scene is, with the Russian guys is awesome. But that's a movie I'm going to have to be in the mood to see.
That's true.
Because it's a dark, brooding movie.
It's long.
Ninja Turtles, it's long. It's going to be 3 hours.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles is a fast, funny, to the point movie. That's a movie I could just throw on and kind of ha, and,
right.
And enjoy.
Yeah, and be entertained.
Yeah.
I was looking for a
like a runtime.
A runtime on it.
I don't know. I felt like it was about maybe just shy of 2 hours, like 1:50 maybe.
Was it that long?
I don't know. That's just a guess.
It may have been. It may have been.
But maybe 1:40.
It didn't seem that long.
No, it was.
And that's always a good sign.
Yeah,
if you're like, God damn, is this fucking thing going to end?
Like
That's
I did
never
during
a good
Star Wars.
We never did do a Force Awakens review.
No, we didn't. That's probably a good thing.
Well, we'll be doing one for Rogue One. Yep. That's fucking for sure.
Yeah, can't wait for another one of those. But I did see James Earl Jones is coming back as Darth Vader's voice, so that made me really excited.
Yes.
James Earl Jones.
And you have Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, James Earl Jones almost makes me want to go eat Arby's sandwiches.
Yeah.
Like he's like, Arby's sandwiches.
We at the meats.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck yeah, you do, James Earl Jones.
Dude, I see those commercials and it's in my fucking head.
Yeah.
And my wife's like, shut the fuck up. You've got no meat. Trust me. Guys, that's it for a Ninja Turtle review. Go check it out. Give it a shot. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised like I was.
Pick up the comics.
Pick up the comics because I'm definitely going to do that as well. Guys, please check us out on our YouTube channel, blazingdefenderreport.com. I'm on Blazing Defender Instagram, Twitter, blazingdefenderreport.com. There's going to be a redirect to my Facebook page where I post all the links to our shows. We're on iTunes now.
Hit subscribe.
Please hit subscribe.
Make comments.
Give me your hate. I love the love. Always gonna love the love. But give me the hate too.
Or put questions or anything,
Anything
I didn't understand this, or this
right.
part of the movie I didn't get, or hey, what was the comics you were talking about? Or hey, I've read some of this Batman, but I want to know what other Batman you can read. My buddy hit me up like that the other day on Facebook. He said, man, I've just started getting into comics. I'm a big Batman fan.
Oh, nice.
He said, I read awesome. What did he say he read? I think he read the Scott Snyder stuff. What else can I read? And I just boom, list them down. And he's hit me up as like, this is some of the best books I've ever read. Yeah.
He's hooked. Brian Cox, another buddy of ours, never bought a comic book in his life. And I got him hooked on the Thor, Jason Aaron. Yeah. He read God Butcher, and then he wanted to read God Bomb, and now he's spending $25-$30 a week.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think I saw Brian on the corner trying to make comic book money just the other day.
Yeah, right. It's one of those. I don't let my wife know how much I spend anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's how ate up he is with it. And that's I love that, man. That's the whole reason I did the Blazing Defender report, was to get people interested back in the comics. The movies have done a phenomenal job of getting people interested. And now their kids want more because they can't wait a year and a half for the next fucking movie. Yeah. So they want more content. Comic book shop is a fucking fantastic place, but it can be an intimidating place too if you've never been in one. And like we talked earlier, there's a lot of titles out there. On the Blazing Defender Report, my comic review show, I tell you what I buy each week, and I tell you what you should pass on. But I always try to hit the high points because it may speak to you. You may go, oh man, I do like that. Sounds interesting to me. Mm-hmm. Even though I didn't think it was, you may love it. Yeah. Everybody's got their own opinions. Like my mom always said, everybody's got an opinion like a butthole. They all stink, and everybody has one. I fucked that totally up. That's not exactly what she said. She said opinions are like buttholes. Everybody has one, and they all stink. That's what she said. Sorry, Mom. fucking, you don't watch the show anyway, so whatever.
Hit subscribe.
Hit
Mom.
subscribe, Mom. Hit subscribe. I'll have to download the iTunes app for you, I'm sure, but I'm going to hit subscribe for you. But no, guys, it really helps me out. Check out Lootcrate. That helps us out as well. Yeah. But if you've watched the show this far, you're fucking family. Appreciate you guys. We're going to have a lot more stuff coming out a lot sooner. We're going to be doing preview shows for Suicide Squad. And we're probably going to do a preview show for Rogue One when it comes out.
I know we got Star Trek coming out. We'll have to review.
We're definitely going to review Star Trek.
Apparently a huge Star Trek fan.
Yeah. You're a closet Trekkie. Yeah. So we might even do a preview for that. I don't know. I'm kind of excited about that. Jason Lim's directing.
Yeah.
I love the Fast and the Furious movies.
Yeah, we'll see. JJ was awesome.
He's executive producer.
Yeah.
JJ still got a hand in there. So I like him in the producer role. But again, hit subscribe. Give us your feedback. Thank you guys. And for the Blazing Defender
and Big Sam,
we're out here, guys. Love each other.
Mr. Rogers did not touch children.
Peace out. Oh, God, the electricity's going off.